Hola amigos de TV Agro.
Hello TV Agro friends, how nice to have you here at the farm in the sky. It is a farm built 7 years ago
Donde se conserva el modo amable de tratar la tierra.
and where the kind way of treating the land and the plants that feed us and make us strong is preserved.
El cielo produce las verduras que se consiguen en el clima.
The farm El Cielo produces vegetables that are available in the climate and weather conditions of Cundinamarca. We take into account the friendliest way to produce vegetables and we respect the environment, the production, the plants and the consumer.
Vamos al consumidor, de tal manera que
We are categorized by offering an excellent product for consumption.
sus condiciones para tratarla siempre ha sido de.
The conditions for treating it have always been natural. No chemicals are used here. Everything is done here organically and in an environmentally responsible way.
Mandalas, es decir, respetamos también el cultivo ancestral, mandalas, es decir.
We plant here in mandalas, that is, we also respect the ancestral cultivation in circular beds that are producing the products in a responsible way with good humidity, wind, shade, that is, as it should be, produced or better, as the indigenous people produced at the time.
La verdura. Aquí se puede conseguir.
We produce the vegetables reasonably. Here you can get everything that is produced in the savanna of Bogota, or if not ordered in a coherent way with respect for the environment.
Hacemos un compost que es el terreno abonado.
Here we make a compost that leaves the soil sufficiently fertilized with adequate moisture and nutrition for the vegetables to grow as well as possible.
Lo mejor posible. Nuestra ubicación está dada en el kilómetro.
Our farm is located at kilometer 7 of the Siberia, Tenno Road, in a diversion called El Gato. We are ready to receive you and attend you.
Mi nombre es Gustavo Triana. Yo soy la persona encargada de.
My name is Gustavo Triana. I'm the person in charge of the work on the farm. I pick the soil, hoop the soil and form the circles. With this tool, I make the soil have a uniform level.
Hago los círculos con esta herramienta.
Then I make the compost on the work soil.
Así. Le echo el compost.
Then I put water to make the hole in which the plant will be sown.
Y con un palito, por ejemplo, con este palito.
When I finish sowing, I wet the soil again and this improves the growth of the plant.
Vuelvo y la mojo para que se moje la matica y nazca más ligero. Circular es para.
Sowing in circles means that insects have less impact on the crop inside the plants.
Dentro de la plántula, ¿sí? Que como tiene como le hacemos varios caminos, entonces que los animalitos, los insectos
As we make several paths, insects generally do not take the same path and rarely get to the plant.
Tiene la medida de 1.20. La medida de esto así.
I measure the distance with my tool. I throw soil on both sides so that those who walk through the crop don't have to walk into the crop.
Coge la asadona acá, boto tierra acá y boto tierra acá.
The first thing we do with the soil is to remove the grass.
Y no pisotear las plántulas. Lo primero que hacemos con la tierra, sí.
We leave it in a black soil as you see it now.
Sí. Lo sacamos y lo dejamos todo así como están en tierra.
With this hook that I have in my hand, I start to move the soil and prepare it to work on it.
¿Sí? Este es el centro, ¿sí? Yo coloco una pita o una jibra.
Now I will show you the center of the mandala and how do I place myself. Generally I use a string and measure the distance of 1 meter and 20 cm.
Y aquí le mido el 1.20 y lo mismo con el asadón lo voy haciendo así.
Generally I use a string and measure the distance of 1 meter and 20 centimeters to trace the paths and give the shape of the circle to cultivate.
Hay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 y en el 7 le damos el fin.
Here there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and at 7 it ends. It is possible to sow in every circumference the products that you consider.
Árboles, legumbres, todo se puede sembrar y no pasa nada. Esto, por ejemplo, le echo agüita por la mañana, por ahora de 7 a 9.
You can plant vegetables, trees, legumes, and everything grows. I water the crop in the morning between 7 and 9 a.m. and repeat the process between 3 and 5 p.m.
Gusano no la perjudique porque si no, no la vamos a producir.
The idea is to make sure that the insects do not damage the crops. On that farm, we fumigate with chili.
Para el bichito lo fumigamos con agua de ají.
We don't use anything chemical, and we always use a chili water prepared in a domestic way.
Entonces la patrona compra el litro de...
This is organic. Here in this garden, we don't use anything chemical. When we are not fumigating with chili, we do it with a neighbouring plant called fern.
Nada aquí. Fumigamos con agua de ají o una hierba que se da como ir en aquella cordillera que se llama helecho.
Yo me llamo Patricia Amaya, trabajo aquí en la granja.
My name is Patricia Amaya. I work on the farm and I'll show you what we have planted here.
Dura más o menos de 10.
We have baby spinach. It takes about 10 to 12 weeks to be ready. At this place we have broccoli and it lasts 18 weeks in cultivation.
Esta es la mixuna morada. Esa dura...
This is a purple mizuna, a kind of leaves used for salads, and it takes about 20 weeks to harvest. On this side we have the Chinese chard and it will be on the farm for 8 weeks.
Y aquí más adelante.
Further ahead we have long onion, a product that requires 20 weeks to harvest. Following this we have broccoli again and a variety of products that I have already mentioned.
Tenemos variedad de productos para cosechar. Aquí está el...
Finally we have lettuce crisp, which is ready to harvest. I'm just about to start harvesting the green curly lettuce for some customers.
La lechuga verde crespa que ya está lista para cosechar. Voy a venir a cosechar para los clientes. Voy a cosechar la lechuga verde crespa.
That takes 8 to 10 weeks to be ready.
Ya está lista para cosechar. Voy a cortar la lechuga, se necesita el cuchillo.
First, I'm going to cut the leaves with a normal knife. I must make the cut at the bottom of the product and then leave it in a basket to prevent it from spoiling.
Para llevarla para lavar. Bueno, al cliente le gusta estas lechugas porque son orgánicas.
Our customers generally like these products because they are organic. They have no chemicals. They are products that are visually very beautiful.
Esto. Y voy a hacer el proceso de la espinaca para ir a cortarla. Voy a cortarla la más grande.
Now that I've got the lettuce, I'll harvest the spinach. I'm going to cut the biggest one and do it at the bottom of the plant.
Aquí estamos en el proceso de lavado de la lechuga crespa.
As well as the previous one, the idea is that it doesn't get damaged before it reaches the client. After this, we are going to go to the washing process. It is necessary to do this process with the lettuce because it is full of soil and slugs. We wash the product very well before delivering it to the customer and let it drain. Repeat the same process with the spinach.
El sequito que tiene se dejan que se escurran y ahí sí, ya estando escurriditas se...
Once they are dry, they are packed in the basket for delivery to the customer.
Bueno, acá tenemos tomate de árbol, tenemos lulo y tenemos ochua.
In this other area of the farm, we have tree tomatoes. We have lulo and uchuva. The idea is to fumigate the tomatoes to prevent the mosquitoes that attack them from doing any harm. In the device I have on my back, I have water and potassium soap to fumigate the fruit so that it is not affected by pests or insects. As I'm ready, I'll load the sprayer to start working.
La fumigadora y lo voy a fumigar. Ajá. Lo fumigo 2 veces por semana. Lo fumigo por decir el día lunes y el día viernes.
This process is done twice a week, usually on Mondays and Fridays, to control the fly that affects the fruit and causes the leaf to turn black.
El lulo no, ese no lo fumigamos.
As for the lulo, this fruit should not be fumigated because it has a different element, and that is the leaf.
Y entonces a esa no lo perjudica ningún.
On these, there are thorns so that insects do not get there to bother you. When it is very cold or the so-called frosts in Colombia,
Porque la helada, si le llega a caer una helada así como está, se pierde toda la producción.
the lulo can be affected, and it usually kills the crop. We lose the production and the fruit is damaged. The lulo I have in my hand can already be used.
Este ya lo puede uno aprovechar. Pero el que está pequeño,
But the one that is too small in cold weather cannot be consumed.
entonces hay que cortarlo con una tijera a lo bajitico.
When this happens, we have to cut it with scissors very close to the ground. After that, we have to use fertilizer and water again every day so that the tree will grow again.
También la mata mucho la helada. Eso sí es de que
The Cape gooseberry is also affected by the cold. For example, it is very cold tonight. It will be dry very soon.
para prevenirse la helada, sí, hay que cubrirla. Se le cubre.
To prevent the Cape gooseberry tree from being affected by the cold, it is necessary to cover it with a plastic sheet on top
Y con el tomate también lo hacemos la misma.
so that the ice remains on top of it and does not affect the plant. With tomatoes, we also do this process, or we use a plastic container of 1 liter or so and fill it with water, and then put it at the root of the tree, and this prevents the ice from affecting it. I hope you have enjoyed this tour. We are ready to serve you. Thank you very much and see you later.
Hasta luego.